Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my work on image generation. The title is PartCraft, Crafting Creative Objects by Parts. In this work, we focus on object composition, which means we focus on how to create a single object with localized controllability, such as we want to teach diffusion models to understand object-part relation, and we want to teach diffusion models to precisely control part attributes. This means that we want to choose the parts we want when we create an object. For example, creating this bird, we want to create a bird with blue jay head and cardinal wings and also some sparrow body. An intuitive example is the character creation process where we control the appearance of a character. We can create the character with different clothes, pants, or different look. The current problems is that by simply using text alone, we cannot control because Stable Diffusion does not have a fine-grained ability to understand the parts. And then using texture inversion is also the same problem because it focuses on the whole object and is another way of local part knowledge. And using control mat may be okay, but we need more inputs. And this inputs is quite difficult to be created by human. We need to create semantic maps or edge map or bounding box. It's quite difficult to control. What we want to do is, what we want to achieve is when we create the object, we just select the parts from a specific species. That is easy and there is minimal operations. So this is our desired objective. When we create a bird, we can select the body of specific species. When we create a sparrow and then we want to create a sparrow but with different head, and then we can simply just choosing it and it happens. Next, I am going to discuss the methodology. Our hypothesis is that if a text to image diffusion model, it understands object part relation, which means it understands how an object is formed by different parts, then it should be able to create an object by varying these parts. So when we visualize the cross attention, for example, an analysis in prompt-to-prompt paper, when we create this object, the cross attention layer is responsible for how a local region looks like. For example, this bear, it actually has a tension of the same region. So which means this cross attention control this region to be a bear. So our pipeline is quite simple. The first step is we perform unsupervised part segmentation. So we just grab a lot of unsupervised parts. We just grab a lot of parts from the image, and this process is unsupervised. And then we want the diffusion model to learn this part, and we create this object by simply choosing different parts from any species. The first step is we learn the tokens that represent the parts. So let's say we have different tokens representing different background, different token representing different heads. And then we insert into a prompt, for example, a photo of a head 42 or 87 wings. This means it represents the head of the 42 bird. Before we learn this token, we actually insert an NLP to project this token into the text space. And then we find that it's much better and it's much faster, much stable. So we have NLP before the parts. So our attention loss is in this form. Intuitively, we want to minimize the entropy loss between the normalized part attentions and the target map. When we maximize a part, it will also trying to minimize other parts. It knows that when this part activates, we should minimize other parts. In summary, we have some insight, which is we show how to learn thousands of new concepts efficiently. Simple texture inversion, it actually has no clue what to learn. So we have to give some signal, additional signal, for example, attention map, guidance. So it helps a lot in disentangling the concepts. And finally, with this PartCraft method, the vision model understand object part relation and they know how to combine parts. That's all. Thank you.